Alright, so Tokyo Game Show was last week, dropped a ton of information about Final Fantasy VII Remake, how things were going to work, how things were going to look, kind of what we were looking at, the scope of the first game being. So I got a lot of messages from you all DMs on Twitter and messages on Facebook, and I appreciate all the love and support for the channel. I appreciate you all really being interested in my kind of opinion on this too. So as you all know, this is my favorite game of all time. One of the reasons I wanted to become an artist, writer, storyteller was this game. So I wanted to get into it. I caught a lot of stuff that I have a theory on. That I had a theory on before the game that I thought they might do. Now, after this stuff came out, it kind of confirmed it. So I'm just going to go step by step kind of through some stuff here and talk about it with you all and get your all's feedback on it, see where you all think my theories are. And I think they're pretty solid, though. I think they're pretty solid. I'm really excited to kind of share this stuff with you all. So let's just get right into it. So right from the jump, you see Cloud running out into this open area here in Sector 7 Slums, right around where 7th Heaven is. You see all these, like, the floating creature things. I think these definitely have something to do with Sephiroth. I think it's... In the original game, there were these black-cloaked specimens or whatever. They were covered in head to toe in like a gown and a hood, and they were all covered in black, and they kept talking about the reunion. I think this might be a stand-in for those, or some kind of derivative of those, because these definitely have something to do with Sephiroth. And Sephiroth's key art that they released, so yeah, like right here you can kind of see them. There's one, there's some, they're right here, and in this they look a little bit different. So see, right here they kind of have like this hood look to them. So I don't know if they've changed them in the meantime, which could be a possibility. And of course what they could be too is like they could be like some kind of like direct kind of like fall off of like Geneva, because they have mouths. I mean, like right here it's opening its mouth coming after Jesse, and it kind of has like these little indentations right here where the eyes should be, because you can kind of see them coming through. They almost look like big like bass, like fish, you know. They almost look like big bass. And right here was a big one. Everybody's talking about this guy. Everybody, I've seen people say stuff like, I don't know who he is. Who is this guy? I don't remember this guy. You're not supposed to remember this guy, because here's the thing. This is like a second level, like soldier 3rd class or soldier 2nd class, because like look at his sword here. In Crisis Core, this is the same sword that Zack has as he's promoted soldier 1st class. This is like your generic run-of-the-mill kind of sword that you get, I guess, when you're in soldier 3rd, 2nd class, because like I said, in Crisis Core, that was the sword Zack has before Angeal gives him the Buster Sword, before he gets the Buster Sword from him. So I think this guy, it represents a bunch of characters I think you'll fight throughout, especially the Midgar portion of the game. I think you're going to come across a lot of Shinra, kind of like soldier 3rd class, soldier 2nd class, soldier 1st class even. This might be a 1st class guy, I don't know, but just judging by his sword, I think he's one of many soldier 3rd, 2nd, and 1st class guys. I think they'll all look different. I think they'll all be modeled differently, but I don't think he's a character that's going to matter in the game. I think he's just like a mini boss, you know. So I think that'll be interesting. I think as the game progresses throughout Midgar, I think you'll get a lot of the little side missions. I think you're going to get a lot of side missions. Go to this, go to that, go recruit some more Avalanche members, go take out this Shinra shipment, go take out this Mako pipeline, all that kind of stuff. And I think when you do that, you're going to fight a lot of guys like this. I think it's going to add a lot of depth, a lot of meat to the game. I think it's going to add like a lot of extra playthrough for the game. And it's going to fill out Midgar, because I hope that there's 8 reactors, right, in Midgar, 8 sectors above the plate and below the plate. I hope you can go to all of it. So far, given what we've seen, we've got no reason to believe that we won't be able to. I think they're really putting a lot of work into this, and I think that it's a real possibility. So I really love the attention to detail as far as the character goes here with Cloud. I love this shot of Cloud, especially stopped and slowed down, because he has this vision of Sephiroth, right? And he is like so overcome with rage and anger that he totally forgets he's standing in a doorway. Like right here, people have been like, "Oh, that's stupid." He hits the door. No, that totally makes sense because he's so mad, he forgets he's in a doorway. Clank. And then he realizes it. And then of course Sephiroth here looks so dope, man. This looks so good. Look at the little chain mail underneath his pauldrons here on his shoulder. Looks so good. I mean, just the attention to detail. And I'm not really sure what this... You know what I bet this scene is right here? He's having a flashback of when he's in the library with Sephiroth. When Sephiroth first goes crazy. Because it looks like his eyes go from like... He's got normal eyes. And then they kind of like evil up a little bit. You know? So I think this might be the scene in the Shinra mansion in the basement in the library. He's having a flashback of that. That's what I think. I don't know. I could be totally wrong about that. And parachuting here, this is cool because a lot of people have a lot of different mixed feelings on this. And originally I thought that maybe they survive the pillar attack, but they die later. You know, I think Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge are still gonna die. I still think that maybe they're jumping off of the plate or the pillar before the plate falls right here. But she says that they're flying high, and now more than ever. And I don't think they'd be saying that at this point in the story, especially with they basically just got their butts handed to them, you know. So I'm going back on that. I don't think that's the scene right there. I'm starting to believe and feel like a lot of you are feeling that this might just be like another mission, like they're jumping back down into the slums. It's from a different mission, maybe an extra mission or something they're adding into the game, maybe a different reactor. But they've definitely jacked some Shinra parachutes here, because you can see the logo right there, as I pointed out in a video before. These are Shinra parachutes that they're jumping through with. And I love the way the slums look here. I can't really point out anything in particular, like as far as landmarks go. I don't see anything that we should recognize from this that would be in the original game. So, but yeah, I've changed my mind on that. I think I think they're going to die on the pillar, because if it's a Midgar game, the pillar is going to be close to the end of the game. So you're going to do a lot before that. So we're going to have to get all that Sector 7 stuff done. These dudes behind Reno right here, I mean, a lot of you kind of corrected me on this. You're right, there were a lot in the original Final Fantasy VII. There are a lot of different colored, like Shinra troops, crack troops, sentries, whatever, you know. So I'm letting that one go. I kind of forgot about that. But you're right, especially in Shinra Tower. When you get into Shinra Tower, there's a lot of guys draped in red. This fight here is pretty cool. Like right here, I feel like this is him using haste. And this is a really great shot of Cloud right here too. Like he's got the bangle on, he's got the soldier garb, and you can tell it's not really been updated in a while because he's been kind of on the run. It's really cool looking. The sword looks great. One materia slot, there's one empty right there. I mean, it just looks fantastic. Reno, the Turks, all the Turks look fantastic. I'm beyond excited for this. Nice little nod to Advent Children right there with the kick. Trying to see. Man, he's like blocking Cloud sword strikes with his hands. Then of course he's swinging Cloud here. That's a great shot. And a lot of people have acted kind of confused as to what's going on here with this scene. I think this is Don Corneo's creepy sex dungeon basement, because everybody's like, well, why is Tifa coming with Cloud? Well, in the game, you go down to the basement, you get Tifa out, and then you and Aerith and Tifa leave together to go get all the different parts for Cloud's lady costume that he puts on when he drags it up and goes into Don Corneo's mansion. So if y'all haven't played that, it's a really fun part of the game. I love Cloud's gear, just his gear. Like you can see like the metal on the glove here, right there. I mean, they have done so much. There's so much attention to detail in all these different character designs, especially Barrett. if you all take a look at Barrett's character design, it looks amazing. I love this shot here with Marlene hiding behind Aerith, because in the original Final Fantasy VII, we didn't get to see this part. This is at Aerith's house in the slums, where she lives with her mom. Aerith gets Marlene to safety and all that kind of stuff. You heard about it from Aerith's mom in the game when you finally get there and you find out Marlene's safe, but you didn't see what happened. So this is pretty cool. I think this is going to be a section of the game where you control Aerith and you're getting Marlene to safety to the next, over to the Sector 6 slums where she lives at. Then of course you get to see Sing and all that. Alright, this shot right here. This right here is why I think you're going to be able to recruit other members to Avalanche. This person right here is not a person in the game. This is just a random, this looks like just a random kind of character model or whatever. Kind of like in the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, where you can recruit different assassins and all that kind of thing. And some of the other games you can do the same thing. I think you'll be able to do the same thing with Avalanche, where this is going to be a 20 to 30 hour game, I think, is what they've said. I think if you do more, you're going to be able to push it to 30 or 40 hours. I like to grind, so I like to level my people up or whatever and get a lot of EXP and fight in one spot for a few hours. So I'll probably get a lot of playtime out of it. But this right here, I feel like this is a person you recruit. I feel like this is going to be a character recruit. I feel like you're going to be able to recruit a lot of different people. You're going to have a lot of extra missions and stuff like that. A lot of opportunities to go out into Midgar, especially the slums, and recruit other people to join Avalanche. And here's another one right here. Barrett's running up the stairs. How good does Barrett look? Barrett looks amazing, by the way. But this dude right here, you see right here, he's got this big howitzer. He's got this huge gun here. And he's kind of like running point. He's kind of watching the stairwell. Which, you know, if you do recruit all these characters, you know, and they all get wiped out at the pillar, there might be a few to survive. So, pretty interesting right there. I really like that. And here's those two characters fighting alongside Wedge. This is the girl that was in Jesse's shot. She's got the same gun. And this is the guy that was in Barrett's shot. So this is either characters they're adding in that we haven't seen yet that are just kind of background characters, or it's recruitable characters. And how badass does Biggs look, man? I want to play as Biggs. You know, he looks dope. He looks like straight up like a cross between Solid Snake and Rambo, man. I can't, dude, this guy looks so cool. This is the figure I want on my shelf back here, right next to Leon. Right next to Leon back here. Where is it? Right there. I want a Biggs figure. I want a Play Arts Biggs figure on my... By the way, this is all coming together back here, so I've got a lot of stuff that's getting ready to go up in the background, so making sure everything works properly. But this dude looks so sick. He looks sick. And I know he dies, so spoiler alert, if you all don't know, it's been 20 years. If y'all don't know that by now, and you're watching this video, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spoil that for you. Here's more of the like Geneva spawn or whatever they are, and you can see they have mouths. They have like certain features you can see, and Cloud's having to push through them. Look at the detail in Cloud's arms. I'm glad they updated his model, because in that original model that came out 4 years ago, he looked real sick, and like it would have worked with the Geostigma thing, but he looked real frail. You know, I couldn't have seen him swinging that sword around like that. But they hossed him up a little bit, so I like that. Right here, of course, I feel like this is part of the escape when you're getting out of the church with Aerith. Amazing, can't wait. And right here, these red lines right here, I think this is part of the game where you're going through the train station and the Shinra security checkpoints. I think that's what that is. I think you're having to kind of avoid that. And again, I feel like this point right here with Tifa, I feel like this is in Shinra Tower. I really do. Because it's real clean looking. All the lighting down here, especially with the, this looks like some kind of doorway or gate right here that opens up. But yeah, this feels like, there's like the drop point icon. Because in the demo, where you see Cloud going down the ladder and stuff, it has this little touch point icon right there where you land. So I feel like this is in Shinra Tower. The Dart mini game, I'm curious about this. Then of course you've got squats. We've covered that. Everybody's excited about that. Zen Wan was his name in the Japanese demo. It's Ronnie in the Western version. And this right here is pretty cool. Like Barrett is like tearing up like the environment here with his gun. Like you can see the rocks and stuff flying off. It's got a square thing there. I wonder, like right here, it's got a square. I wonder if there's certain points where you have to get past that you have to use Barrett to kind of mow that down, or you have to use Jesse or something to blow things open. Just like clearing some environment to progress through the rest of the game. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to see how that works out, what that is. Because at first I thought he was shooting at something right there, but when you look at it closely, it's giving you an indicator to fire at this right here. And it says search right here, so you're searching, but he's blowing this away. So I think he's clearing out space. I think this might be how you find hidden walls and stuff in the game. So you have to keep an eye on that, keep an eye on where to go, and whatever character you've got, I guess you either slice it open or blow it open. So that's cool. And it's so funny, like he's got like the strap, the soldier belt and everything on, and this Buster Sword. I'm really interested to see what happens with the other characters when they get turned into frogs. Like if Tifa's little frog has like little gloves or like a little mini skirt, or you know, Barrett has a gun arm. You know, that'll be fun to watch. See, in little status effects icons down here in red. I think there was the demo where they're fighting apps. We'll get into it here in a minute, but the demo where they're fighting apps, Tifa and Aerith have like these little sad kind of things. So I'm thinking that might be a status effect. And right here, these little hologram droids are coming down. They're coming down from the direction of Shinra Tower, so it's cool because here at the top, that's where President Shinra's office is, right up here, and right out here is the helipad where you fight Rufus in the original game. So they're coming down, and it's like he's like looking down at them right here and doing the hologram projection. So that's really cool. All these little attentions to all these little pieces of detail, like attention to detail. Man, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this. Like, just going through this with you all and checking things out, and give you all a chance to see this slowed down. Shinra, he's sitting at his desk, obviously, right there, looking down at him. And I said it before, I'll say it again. I love this shot right here of the three of them. I almost feel like this should be a poster, you know. And this is Heidegger, the second hologram that pops up, because, you know, it was obviously him. The different clothing, different face, different beard, hair's different. So yeah, it'll be really cool to see, like, kind of how they involve him. Still haven't seen Scarlet. Scarlet was always kind of there when Heidegger was around. She was, I forget what her role at Shinra was. I know that Heidegger's like the military operative guy, the special defense force guy or something like that. Then you got Palmer, who's like a suit in Shinra. He's like a higher up suit. Bunch of people we haven't seen yet. And this thing right here, somebody in one of the comments on one of the videos, they corrected me on this. I thought this was like the rollerball villain that you fight, or the mech that you fight when you're trying to get out of Midgar. This is the when you're on the elevators. Like, I think it's when you're escaping after someone kills someone up in the president's office. Again, try not to spoil anything if you haven't played it before. When one team stays up there to go face Rufus, and one team goes below to get away. This is the thing you fight on the elevator. It's it's got the AB cannon. I forget what it is, and it shows it fire it here. Yeah, that's the AB cannon right there. So yeah, good call on whoever corrected me on that, because I forgot about that. I forgot about that boss fight, and I was right about the meter here with the summons. You've got this much time with them, or you can use one big attack. Apparently, there's a menu option here where you can select the things that the summon can do. Apparently, you can let them hang out and fight for a while, or you can use their one big attack and they go away. There's two zip lines, and there's another shot where it shows these two zip lines when Cloud and Reno are fighting. My assumption would be that Barrett and Tifa get away on a zip line, and the reason I thought that Cloud and Jesse and Biggs and Wedge get away on those Shinra parachutes is because, well, only 2 people get away. Cloud tells them to leave. It's different than in the original when everybody jumps on Barrett's back and they take a hook and they swing away. That doesn't really make sense in like modern day to do that. It would look too goofy for what they're going for. So my thought was the 4 of them get away on 2 parachutes. So still kind of pays homage to everybody leaving on Barrett. But that's just a theory. Again, I'm not really sure that's what they're going to do yet, but it still could be. So this right here, Reno waiting to jump out of the helicopter, coming down after Cloud. This is a great moment in the game. Oh yeah, right back there. You can see the 2 zip line spots right there. Oh, I'm sorry, it's right there. Yeah, 2 zip lines right there. That's how Barrett and Tifa is going to get down. And then, you know, that's my theory anyway. So, and then right here, this is the end of the trailer, and this is a big thing I wanted to point out to everybody. Like right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the beginning here real quick. Tifa and Cloud reaching for each other because the trailer opens that way. And then the trailer ends that way. Why do I say this? Because this is a paying homage to the very end of the game. Again, spoiler alert, if you've never played the game, this is a spoiler alert. At the very end of the game, Cloud, they do battle with Sephiroth. Cloud has a battle in his mind with the remnants of Sephiroth that's haunting him. It's just a quick battle. You hit him with your finisher real quick. I don't even think you can lose that battle. But it's just kind of a story thing that you play. You best him, you wake up, you kind of recover. You know what I mean? You kind of recover. You put the memory of your past to bed. But then when he comes out of this trance or state that he's in or whatever, he is falling into the planet's core. And Tifa reaches her hand out and grabs him and pulls him out of the stupor and saves him and pulls him back up to escape with the rest of the team. This right here is a nod to that. Here, it's Cloud saving Tifa. At the end of the game, Tifa saves Cloud. So I like what they did right here. I thought that was really good. It was really a really nice touch. This is where they dropped the plate on Sector 7 Slums. You can see, I think this right here is the waiting area of the train station. Well, here, hang on. Right down here, this is like the waiting area of the train station, I think. I think there might be a little bench right there or something. You can still see places on fire, parts of the buildings. You can still see places on fire over here. Pipes, debris, all that kind of stuff. Barrett, Tifa, and Cloud watching on. And the look on Cloud's face here, he's just like, he's almost like in a stupor, you know? I thought that was pretty good. He's kind of vacant. Something cool from the presentation that I noticed, you get these little notifications up here. I guess this right here, this notification comes up and it says main story. Basically, I guess when you're done running around, collecting stuff, exploring, grinding, whatever, you can get on with the game, and then this notification comes up and tells you that you're in a main part of the story, which probably means you have to play through that to its completion before you can go off and do your own thing again. That would be my assumption. So I really like that. These little like radiation sickness things all over the place from the Mako. Little footprints back here everywhere, a little nice touch. The workers' footprints that are back there. I really enjoyed everything they showed us from the presentation. So all this stuff here with apps was really cool. This seeing Tifa and Aerith in battle finally was really good. They were saying some stuff, but I couldn't tell what it was because it's all Japanese. So hopefully soon we'll see some English dub of this. I like when you have a limit break saved up, like right here with Aerith. It's like it's all like rainbow colored, kind of like it would flash like all different colors in the original. So I like that they kept that little nod to detail right there. Over here, what I was talking about earlier with the status effects, they've got like sad or something like that. You can see it right there underneath their names. How badass does Ifrit look? That looks so good. Like, I love how it looks like there's this fire just trying to get out of him, like it's just ready to burst out of him. That's so cool looking. And somebody in the comments of the videos told me that you can target the horns. They're absolutely right. I didn't even catch that. Like, each horn has its own like little life gauge. That one's targeted. That's really cool. Yeah, you can target Abs himself or you can target his horns. I'm sure the horns cause problems. So this environment, dude. Look at this. This looks so good. Alright, so I'm excited. Like, that was some of the stuff I've been thinking about. The big things really for me that I were kind of theorizing on were the soldier thing, the callbacks to different things in 7, especially the whole how they kept showing like Tifa and Cloud grabbing for each other. There's so many characters we haven't seen yet. Just they have shown us like 5% of what is in this game, or what could be in this game. Of course, we're not going to see anything outside of Midgar, so we don't even need to get into that yet. Elena doesn't really pop up. She's one of the Turks. She doesn't pop up till they're out of Midgar. Then we haven't seen half of Shinra. We haven't seen Scarlet. We haven't seen Palmer. We haven't seen Rufus. That'll be interesting. I'm really, because Rufus is such a dope character. That's President Shinra's son, who comes in and takes over after something happens. But that's going to be really cool. We haven't seen Hojo. Hojo is the scientist who kind of is responsible for a lot of the bad things that are happening. So we haven't seen Hojo yet. That's going to be interesting character design, what he looks like. I'm really anticipating what that character looks like, because he's supposed to look creepy. I hope he looks really creepy and really messed up. But I'm excited. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be an event. I've got some other content I'm working on right now, so I'm going to be doing some more videos this week, getting some things out. But I'm gonna leave it there. This is already a pretty long video. But just let me know what you all think in the comments below. Let me know what you're looking forward to, what you're looking forward to seeing out of the game. I want them to really give us a lot to chew on. I really want to see some side quests, not DLC. I want to see side quests within Midgar. I want to see them actually have us do things that have nothing to do with the story that help you progress through the game. Like good rewards, like good EXP, good rewards for like, new weapons. Hopefully that's how you get some of the weapons, is like finishing some of the side quests that you can do. More backstory. Barrett has a great backstory. They're touching on a little bit of things, some small things here and there throughout the game. They're dropping a little, like when President Shinra talks about Wutai. That's a whole other section of the game that involves a whole other section of characters that he just drops real quick on Barrett. He's like, hey, you guys are obviously working with Wutai, basically. He's like, Wutai, the hell we are, And they're trying to frame them. So that's story element stuff that I don't think was in the original game. So they're doing a good job. I'm excited to see more. So let me know what you all think, and I will catch you all in the next video. All right, y'all keep rocking. I will catch you all in the next one.